This way forever. I'm Byron the Jackson.
What is going on, guys? Vesikk here, bringing you round 16 of the Formula 1 2016 career mode. I've actually had this recorded last Thursday and I just haven't had the time to edit it because I've been trying to work out some Twitch settings. I am deciding to go back to Twitch. If anything happens on YouTube Gaming, then I might decide to come back, but for the time being, I'm now going to Twitch. If you want to see me out on Twitch, I'll have the link in the description. But here we are, round 16. We're third in the Drivers' Championship. We're skipping practice because it did actually rain, and now we're going straight into qualifying. And I'm sorry if you can hear a helicopter outside. I'm not sure what it's doing, but our first flying lap, and we set not a competitive time. It was a 1:38, not the fastest. Hamilton's already a 1:37. So the very next lap I decided to come into the pits, put on a fresh set of soft tires on and see what I can do. So this track is, like most of the tracks, it's not one of my favorites. The second to last corner when you go onto the main straight, just that corner, you got to go out wide, bring the car back in, but I always tend to lock up. It's just like Bahrain, you just tend to lock up on it. But here we are, we're gonna stay on board for this final lap. So this is going to be our fastest lap so far. We have, as you can see, we have a Ferrari of Kimi Raikkonen in front of us. We're going to see if we can get past him, doing a little bit of almost corner cutting, but we still stayed on the curb, on the apex. But here we are. We set a purple time in sector 1, so we're the fastest in sector 1 so far. We're 5-6 tenths up on our previous time. Now this is a fun corner if you can get it right, and most of the time you do get it right on not worn out tires. Fresh tires can get the corner right, but as soon as it's worn out, you start to go slower, you start to go different lines. But as you see, we set a purple lap in sector 2. So we're the fastest in sector 2 and sector 1 now. This is our final lap. This has to be the lap. As you can see, we've only got 8 seconds left of qualifying. So this has to be the lap. And we're right behind Kimi Raikkonen now. We're getting the perfect exit. And that's the corner I was talking about. That if you don't get it perfect, then it's not going to be a great lap. 1.7 seconds faster than our previous lap time. And we overtake Kimi Raikkonen. But it turns out that Kimi actually was going into the pits. So not exactly a win-win situation for us because we were stuck behind him, but that is P1 for us in the Malaysian Grand Prix. We were actually very fast compared to our previous time. We set a 136 point something, a 136.9, and the second fastest was a 137.5 with our teammate. So it's a 1-2 for Red Bull as we now head into the Malaysian Grand Prix on the race day. So I was very thankful to see this image where it's not raining. It does tend to rain in Malaysia for the Grand Prix. There was one race that I think was like 9 laps and then they had to cancel the race. So that was a very interesting race. But yeah, here we are. We're going to skip the formation lap just because there wasn't much to do on the formation lap. I am in the lead, so I just controlled the pack, tried to not do anything, but it doesn't really matter. We're on the end of the formation lap, waiting for the lights to go out, and here we are for the race. We got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, lights out, and away we go. And Ricciardo getting a better start. Look at this, we actually bogged down on the start. We did a Mark Webber essentially, as Ricciardo now takes the lead. We have Kimi Raikkonen trying to look down the inside. We're going almost 3 wide down the inside into the first corner. But we get P1 back, and now Ricciardo and Raikkonen are switching spots. They're wheel to wheel on the first lap out of the second corner. Wheel to wheel, Raikkonen gets the lead of Ricciardo, and here we are. Fastest in sector 1 as always because we are the leading car, but still Raikkonen is in front. At this stage I was trying to pull a gap. That's why I had the extra fuel, just seeing if I can pull a gap, and we go a little bit sideways almost. The rears just lost it a little bit on the exit, but that's fine because we are still in the lead. We're still just using the richer mix, and now we're on the end of lap 2. Raikkonen has caught up to the rear of us. He's looking to have a go down the inside, doesn't get it done, doesn't go for the dive. It was going to be if he did dive, it was going to be a collision between us. There was no way about it. Raikkonen did set a 140, so he was faster, but now we set a purple sector 1 time, which means I am going faster and faster with the more laps I'm doing. But now, lap 3, Raikkonen, we have a yellow flag. We have Raikkonen down the inside. There he goes, down the inside. He's trying to pull away. He now has DRS, and this is wheel to wheel, but the DRS just kicks in and he goes flying down the straight. But we're going to have a look down the inside because he leaves the gap open. He knows we're still there. He just left it open. And there we have it, back into P1. But I was curious why the yellow flags. As you can see on the minimap, a lot of cars were stuck. And this is on board with Daniel Ricciardo. So, it's just the cinematic shot with Daniel Ricciardo. But have a look at this. So there's us in front. There's Kimi Raikkonen. And this is Daniel Ricciardo. And I didn't feel it, but apparently we made contact. But then Ricciardo just stopped. And watch this. The Toro Rosso just smashes in, and then watch the Williams, bam, down into the side of Daniel Ricciardo. And watch this, it just turns into a pile up. We have cars, we have a Haas spun out, a Manor crashed into the front. But here we are, lap 4, on the end of lap 4, Raikkonen and Vettel, P2 and P3. Raikkonen is having a look. He did have a look, and this was actually our pit stop lap. We were meant to go into the pits. I completely forgot. Because the engineer didn't tell me because I couldn't hear him. But now on the next lap we have Raikkonen behind us. We're going into the pits and we really need to get it done, and we're just going to go extra cautious and locking up the brakes, going a bit sideways there. But there we have it, in the pits we go. And I think Rosberg also joined us in the pits, so we're changing. Oh no, Bottas joined us in the pits, and Rosberg. And now Rosberg is in front of Raikkonen. Raikkonen is third, Perez has taken the lead, and Daniel Ricciardo is in the pits. So we got a lot of cars coming to the pits now. We do come out P2, and I think it's because of what happened with the safety, not the safety car, the yellow flags earlier with Daniel Ricciardo's incident, that it did allow us to get P2. Perez was on a longer stint, and now on the start of lap 7, we have taken the lead of the race. Perez went into the pits to put a set of softs on. I assume he did have mediums, or maybe even hards, I don't know. But now lap 10, nothing much happened between lap 7 and lap 10. I was just in the lead, I was just cruising around, no cars were overtaking me, but Rosberg has caught up to the back of us. He did have a look, and now lap 12 we get a bad exit on the second to last corner, and now Rosberg is in our slipstream. I'm moving out of the way, not letting him do anything. Rosberg late on the brakes, he's almost there. He's going down the inside now. We did lock up and we did have contact, but now we're going down the inside, but he backs out. He didn't have the perfect line to overtake us on. And on lap 13 now, the end of lap 13, we are having Rosberg again still there in our sights in the mirrors, and there he goes. He's about to look down the inside. We did lock up. This is the perfect time for Rosberg and Vettel. Vettel down the inside. Vettel gets a little cautious on the exit, leaving us room. Now Rosberg is in the lead of the race. We're going to be in the slipstream of Rosberg. Rosberg has DRS, but that's no match for us. We're going to dive down the inside into the first corner, and Vettel is having a look on Rosberg now, and people outside are yelling and all that with the dogs. Hopefully I can get rid of that sound in Audacity. Lap 14 now, on the end, second to last corner. We have Vettel in our slipstream. We are trying to get out of the way. He has DRS. This is it pretty much. This is the final chance for anyone to take the lead ahead of us, but we do lock up, but it's not enough for Vettel to do anything, and that is it. We have won the Malaysian Grand Prix, our first win in a while, but it's very good to have pole and the race win. So unfortunately it wasn't a 1-2 for Red Bull today. Daniel Ricciardo's incident, I didn't feel it. I didn't get any warnings to tell me I was in fault, but I assume Daniel Ricciardo just turned in, or it was just a racing incident because I didn't intentionally do it. But there we have it. Perez, Sergio Perez in, I cannot see what it is, 10th. So I don't know why it's showing us Sergio Perez. I assume because he had the lead of the race or something like that. But there we have it. Ourself in first, Vettel in second, Rosberg third. Great race. Lewis Hamilton wasn't in the race at all. He was somewhere. I think he finished 5th or something. But that is the race we needed. That is what we needed to get ahead of Rosberg even further, and also get ahead of Ricciardo. And we are just behind Lewis Hamilton in the drivers' standings. In terms of constructors, though, it's not that great. As you can see, Lewis Hamilton finished 5th, Valtteri Bottas 6th, Daniel Ricciardo 13th. So not the greatest for Red Bull today, but nothing much could happen. And there we have it, race results. And now the driver standings. We are second. We are 38 points behind Lewis Hamilton. Few races to go now. Daniel Ricciardo 3rd, just in front of Nico Rosberg. And constructor standings, we are 31 points behind. So we need a Red Bull 1-2 finish to take the lead of constructors. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this race. If you have, like and subscribe. And as I said, check out my Twitch stream. I'm trying to stream more regularly there. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.